say this first and foremost. I called this shit last week.
So I will tell you about the bourbons that I brought.
What are you going to tell us about it? Why don't you just let us taste
No.
Do we take notes?
One,
No.
you can if you want mental notes here. One of these is not a bourbon.
Not a bourbon.
Oh.
One of these was not distilled
motor cast
in
so
a
far.
Midwestern state.
Okay.
May or may not be the same thing that I just talked about. As far as not, one of them's not a bourbon, one of them was not distilled in the Midwest.
Fair enough.
You likely won't be able to tell by smell which was distilled.
Yeah. But I just wanted to say that we can get started.
All right, it's hammer time. Let's
Hammer
go.
time.
Here we go.
You say that and I start
What is
thinking
it?
Jamaica Mon.
We're on.
We're on them, babe.
You gotta take your
smell.
shades off. Can't read.
Thank
There you go.
Thank
Now we
so
got
much.
it.
Thank you
I
so
put them
much.
up here by Doug's diabetes sticks.
And I will say this: it's nice to have everybody back.
Yes!
Oh yeah, because Matt was
I was
gone.
gone last week.
I was gone last week.
Yeah.
So,
Had
Yeah.
family in town.
yep. It's good to be back.
What Matt's trying to say is it's good to be back.
And plus more.
And by the way, thank you for your
Actually,
service.
+2.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for your service.
In the time since the last video, we had Veterans Day.
Veterans Day.
You and what you?
I didn't serve.
Or not since the last video. We
You were in the
that was
Army
last
or-
Wednesday, right?
Army?
We just didn't acknowledge it last video.
Army.
And we have more veterans here today, so
Really?
win-win.
I'm outnumbered.
1970, the 74. No, Vietnam. I didn't step foot
Oh, we're going this way?
in Vietnam.
Oh, I gave it to DT.
All right, Larry.
Yeah.
It's your
Joined in
turn. You take a
67.
hit
Oh,
off.
it's
You take a little hit off.
So,
the bottle.
it's
Take a
to
nose,
you.
Smell it
nose
out
off
the
the
bottle.
bottle.
So it's counterclockwise?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
smell
next
out the
card.
bottle.
This isn't Uno.
And I typically pour some in my carrot and then take a taste out of the bottle because you're always going to have a bottle to drink from or a vessel, a flask, something to drink out of.
Ah, Larry.
Yeah, come
Whoa!
Yeah, it's all good, Larry.
But you're not always going to have
take
a
a little out of
carrot.
that and then just do a mental note of everything.
We're gonna need an Uber for Larry Legend tonight.
Larry the Legends.
We needed an Uber the other day.
Who's your night?
I tried.
I know you did. And I called you. Or texted you.
You did. Thank you.
Said, where am I? No, I said,
I'm at a crossroads. I don't know which way to turn.
I'm asleep in the new Mexican restaurant. Came in through the back door.
There's no floor here.
Gravel hurts my back.
That's not
Somebody
bourbon,
bring me a
kids.
pillow.
It's not a bourbon.
That's not a bourbon, kids.
He speaks like he knows what he's
I got green apple.
You're either projecting false confidence or you
I got
actually
some
risky,
kind of funk in
you know?
there that smells like
I feel
Canadian
like,
mist.
He wouldn't do that
41
to
years.
us.
I was gonna say 41-year Canadian mist.
Oh God, did you give him that to
No,
pawn off on us?
no.
No, I bought that
No,
shit
this-
for you.
Yeah.
I know.
This
Now-
came from the therapy lounge. Everything that I provided came from the therapy lounge. My bar.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not.
It's got a weird note.
When he says it's not a bourbon, he's just messing with us. It's like a rye or something.
You don't know what it is.
So we get nose, then raw dog.
He's being technical.
So,
So I can't-
It might be a
hit
bourbon.
this first.
I get
Smell
I
and
can't
taste
shake
out
it.
this.
out of the.
Well, I guess I
bottle,
can.
didn't.
Let this kind of do its little
She
deal.
doesn't have legs.
Now,
This is
And then
corny.
take a raw
kind
dog
of like
out.
that stripper I saw last weekend. No
I
legs.
guess your
Kind of
notes,
a
because
heavy
the notes in this will be different than the notes in that.
Her name
Or
comes
like
with
the
it.
text.
did
Hey, she was.
Consuelo.
did you touch
Come here.
a dollar?
And then pass it around. And then start them out and then start scrutinizing the carrot.
There you go. Coach
That's a
gives
bourbon.
Good advice.
100%.
All of them get scared.
Yeah. I
A
get
little heat.
okay. I get a lot of
Some kind of
earthiness
bourbon.
on the nose. And
Some kind of
so I
It's
retract
good.
that previous
I'm not
thing.
getting a
It's
lot of
bourbon.
toasty oak though.
I get a
It's
lot
it's
of.
definitely a bourbon.
I get a lot of
I think it's like
hay, grass, earthy, like
I'm
fresh
not,
dirt.
This is
a lot
old,
of
this is
truffle.
Old Forester, babe.
I'm not even taking notes. I'm just I'm just gonna give my rank. That's it. I think that's what we normally do anyway.
Yeah, that's what I did whenever
I just like watching everybody.
Tell you what, the bourbon bunkers acquired so much new inventory, I may have to bring next week.
Is that the new name?
It is. It's the bourbon bunker. It's the bourbon bunker.
Yeah.
She's not that hot. She is. Your nose is
B.I.B. Old Forester.
I don't think it is. A lot of
It's not sweet enough.
No, it's not sweet enough to be an Old Forester. If it is, I'd be shocked.
I did get oak.
I got a lot of oak. I got an earthiness. Like, I smell wet dirt. Like when you go mushroom hunting and you get that.
Well, I haven't hit it out of here yet, but out of here I just get oak and a little bit of sweet.
Yeah, out of the cairn you'll get, or I did anyway. You should get that earthy note out of
There's
there.
no limestone.
Oh,
So-
they give me a bum.
So I
a
will
bum
go
market
ahead
stick.
and continue on my
I got
commentation.
it.
Okay.
If you do a heavy pour, you have to finish it before the next round.
Larry needs to pour half of
Oh!
his back
Yeah.
into the glass. He didn't. He forgot this was 3 rounds.
Now you're changing the rules.
Well, no. No.
I'm
no,
getting
you have
well
to,
You gotta have an
so
empty
you have to
can
have an
for
empty
next
can
Little
for the
ash,
next round.
little chimney.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
This isn't bad.
And I'm
drink
getting a
it
little
neat.
toffee as well.
I could drink it neat. It
I got-
definitely
I
makes
understand
it-
that.
I think
I
it's a good
respect
I
roadie.
think it's a roadie because
I
So
think
I got a note in here that
Yeah, it's
you don't
roadie.
have, but nope, it's on here, but it's in the brown. I get nutmeg a little bit on it.
it's
I
not
don't
like
care.
pleasant.
The nose is way better than the taste.
Just
It
because
Yes, it
is,
is.
yeah.
all I'm getting is the alcohol smell.
I will say this. I will just go
Smells
ahead and
like
give
a
you
room
something
to me.
about bottle number 1.
Toby's like a kid.
Smells
I
like
am,
candy.
I'll explain why.
I am
Absolutely,
trying
yes,
this for
yes.
the first time with you guys.
Really?
Yes.
So this is a
I
new
cracked.
crack.
I cracked it right before I came.
Fresh crack.
Would the taste be
It
changed?
smells like a room.
It could.
Well, it could be.
Since we're getting to each
I
other.
get that.
It could be.
On the
I don't
raw
really get
taste.
a lot of cherry on the palate, but it could be. Right here it is. Cherry, walnut, oaky, almond, oil, moss, and chimney smoke, and candle smoke. As Jordan said, that was his favorite. What was you gonna say? I'm like a little
They
kid.
get a little vanilla, very faint.
Yes, I was gonna say this.
Charcoal, with a little
Toby
bit
is
of
like a
Yeah,
little
I get a
kid
lot of
that
chocolate.
can't keep a secret, but
Yes.
keeps the secret.
Just listen and you'll cue on to about everything Toby's talking about.
No, not that he's gonna give it away. It's
No,
just
no.
that
I don't think this is.
But it'd be like, oh,
he can't.
it-
He's
it-
not gonna sit back and just let us
No.
taste. He's
not
got
that
interjections. He's
Yeah.
like,
It might.
Mom went to Target. I'm not telling you what she got, but she went to Target, so there you go. Know she went to Target.
Yeah, I'll even tell you what she spent.
She spent $37.90 at Target.
2 days ago.
Check the debit card.
No, it's not.
She went to Target.
Nowhere near a weeded whiskey. Definitely not a weeded whiskey.
It's not a
Weeded
rum.
bourbon.
No, it's not rum. He's not gonna do it rum.
No. It'll-
When he
it'll be-
says it's not a bourbon, it's
I-
probably like a
it's-
rock.
I got a
it's
rum hit.
It's
on
a
the
high
nose.
rye or something.
Think it's high rye?
This one is not. No,
No.
this one doesn't. This is just.
Okay. If one of them's not a bourbon, it's
Do
this
the
one.
old rye.
This is straight up.
What is it? Some kind of fucking thousand?
Caramel.
Miyagi?
This is straight up caramel.
All right. That's
I'm
rubbing
getting-
alcohol.
This is a.
Cold cream.
Yep. Rubbing alcohol.
What is this witch cream?
Witch hazel. Witch hazel.
Witch hazel. There was witch hazel at first, and there's corn.
I got nutmeg.
This right here is like toffee
Supposedly be
and
able to
Oh, you're
bit
telling-
of honey.
You watch
You
the
tell what it's supposed to
documentary Meat?
That's what he's tasting.
That's what he's smelling,
that's
you know,
number
tasting
one.
and all
Number
that.
one,
Oh, I know what
Kill
this is.
Rifleman. Number 2, it's actually Amazon Prime.
I know what
Meat.
this is.
So it costs you $3.
That's
Well,
$3.
I'm not even gonna.
alcohol.
That's horrible.
Yeah. You
And now I know everything.
you should do.
Well, I don't know number one, but I know what that is.
See, I don't have
Well.
a straw.
A little buttery, maybe almond.
My brethren.
Yeah, I know what, and it's really good. And now I know what he means by a lot of his statements. See, he's like a child in Target.
Yeah, but I'm clever at the same time.
Like a child in Target.
Yeah, or that has been to Target. That has to keep a secret from his younger brother. Like, he got the this, the other brother didn't get the that.
You think it is?
So what are you smelling there? I mean, that's blatantly, that is. DT, did you not get that last one?
Oh, he's on it.
Oh, you did? You smell? Yeah.
We smell.
Smells like butterscotch.
Yeah, very much. Butterscotch, maple syrup, sweet, toffee, whatever.
Butter crunch.
Yep.
Hey,
Crunch?
So, I mean,
But-
I get.
butterscotch.
Oh, so I've smelled it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A little bit more.
Syrup, yeah. The cane sugar.
Grandma's pancakes, Sunday morning.
Yeah. There's Granny.
Butterscotch, maple syrup,
Oh, is
toffee.
butterscotch on here?
Yes.
Should be.
Butter crunch.
Butter, but not butterscotch.
I thought I did too.
But you know, it has that, it is nutty too, because it has that, you know, those tones kind of have that nuttiness underneath type.
That's delicious.
Into your Karen.
It really is.
How do you spell this Karen thing?
I spelled
Get
it
the
butter.
butterscotch.
So look through the bottom of your glass.
Werther's
I get a little
original.
butteriness. on it.
Werther's.
That's
It
coffee.
is.
So if
Coffee.
you empty
It's
that
mellowed out
and
since
then
I was
smell the
16.
empty glass,
A
you're
little
gonna get
hazelnut.
I'm
a
envious.
whole different.
The
profile.
bourbon bunker does not own this bottle, and the bourbon
Oh,
bunker
it's,
used to own it.
I know, I know what it is.
That's a chicken stick.
I got.
That's one of those that you have
Which
one time and you don't
nutmeg,
forget it.
eggnog, yeah.
I know exactly what that is. Sweet on the front. And I've never had it. This is my first time tasting it, but I know what it is.
You probably do.
Nah, I shared a
He
picture.
shared a photo.
Today?
Weeks ago, back in the archives of
Yeah.
Butterscotch.
purchase,
Oh,
yes.
Butterscotch and
Oh,
kerosene.
shit, dude.
Oh, this will make this
Hold on, this is something different. I'm not
Yeah,
familiar with
this is not the bourbon.
I am very
This-
much out of my comfort zone.
This very much so is a bourbon.
Oh,
I don't think
man.
it is.
This is nice.
Ish.
This is sugary sweet. I think it's sugar. This is
Ish.
maple
This
syrup.
might be the nastiest stuff on the planet.
I hope it tastes like cigar match.
You know what?
What the
I
fuck
take
is
Top
this shit?
bag.
Well, I provided Oliver. I know it.
Aroma
I
is
know
beautiful,
it.
but afraid
The
to
only
lay down over
person
here.
who
What the
sucks
fuck
on
are
a
we talking
cancer
about?
stick that says a tobacco
Yeah.
bourbon tastes bad.
Yeah.
Good.
You know.
How do you say a tobacco bourbon tastes bad when you suck on a goddamn cancer stick?
I don't know. It smelled great.
It tastes great.
I want to say this. I may have said,
delicious.
I know Marshall made a video of me drinking the cigar batch the other day, and this is getting off the rails a little bit, but
It's
Sucking
okay.
on shit. It's delicious.
I'll stand by this. Just like I said that day I tasted
We
it.
had this.
I've never smelled something that smelled so much like it was described, like cigar batch. It's like,
exactly right.
man, it smelled just like that to me.
I've never had a bourbon
Yeah.
that is described by the
There you go,
label's
Cody.
name and it actually tastes.
They called it that
Smells
for a
great,
reason,
and
and
it's
it
what I
was.
think it is.
I mean, it was insane.
What do you
It
think
was so
it is
good.
there?
That's maple syrup all on the nose.
Huge maple syrup.
Delicious. I'm gonna put this in my coffee
Well,
along with
No, that's
some
not.
hard truth toasted
That is
coconut
not
cream.
screwball.
No, this is it.
No, it's not screw.
It's
Screwball wouldn't be
syrup
allowed
in
here.
Jack
This is
Daniels.
hard truth peanut butter.
You bring screwball here, you're banned for life.
I think it's juicy.
Hey, I brought Fireball.
You did bring Fireball.
Well, that was an inside joke.
It was.
You sneaked that in?
Barely.
I'm going light on this one.
What'd you think of
Have you tried the apple?
the last one?
Too sweet for you, or did you?
It's kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Very old Saint Nick.
Oh, come on.
I'm
not
not some
even
very
taking
old
the
Saint
apple
Nick at home.
Dude, it could be crown.
It's delicious.
Crown
I used to
Royal.
marinate my ribeyes in it.
I got some in the back. It's too sweet for me. It's got a good flavor, but it's got that real sweet,
Really
kick back.
sweet.
That's what I'm going.
Wait a minute, we have something,
Not
we have something from the director?
Not a bourbon.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's skirting it. Like I said, it's not going to be like blatantly a rum. It's going to be like a bourbon, or it's going to be like what would otherwise be a bourbon that has flavor. Just kind of like DT in his apple.
Is
you
that
know, after
fine?
this,
This one?
I take my apology back
Not
for
in-
that
not
apple.
in the-
Yeah.
Not in the last last 3 weeks.
It's got a stickiness to the bottle too.
What?
Proof, I'd say 42.
A lot of sugar.
Oh, because he spilled it on the outside.
I mean, you know,
Other
the
highly
sugariness of
sugary.
it that you don't get in
I
a
think
lot
you
of
need
bourbon.
to double your numbers here, because I think you're just thinking ABV. That's proof is double.
Okay, sorry.
Proof is
Proof,
double.
sorry. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 60 and maybe
And I don't
84.
care what
Yeah,
the next
yeah,
one is,
just
I'm
double.
making that one last.
I'm thinking, okay, what that be?
Yeah, that's
I
right.
drink that
That'd be
again.
ethanol
That
content.
one, I drink that again. That's kind of a neat one. You know, it's
I don't
I like the
I don't like
maple
porter
syrup.
beers
I like the
because
maple syrup.
really really sweet, and that's like, I mean, I don't do cake.
You're an
I don't
IPA
do a whole
guy,
lot of
yeah.
pie. I'm not a sweet tooth guy, so this is not for me.
no, this
It's
is
not bad. I mean, it's got a good flavor. It's got a good aroma.
For you,
but I'm-
this is something you would take a shot of or take a little nip off of,
and I'm gonna chase it with something
You're
bitter.
gonna chase with something.
Yeah.
It's like I eat a chocolate chip cookie once every 4 months.
Yes.
Right.
And that's me, except for
There's a
oatmeal
reason
raisin
they're
cookies. I'll
skinny.
eat the shit out of that.
Not
Raisin
not-
cookies?
Oatmeal raisin cookies.
Chocolate chip cookie once every 4 hours, once every 4 months.
Every 4 hours.
Look at the difference. It gets lodged right in here.
Marshall has an alarm set at 2 a.m. He's like, cookie time!
Oh, we don't have any baked? Oh, cookie dough or
Oreo, whatever.
The
Are
brownie
we
right
going on to
behind you.
number 3?
Double stuff.
There we
Now
go.
this
Wow.
This-
Yeah,
this-
we're moving along.
This is good.
smells like a deal.
What?
A deal.
Like a deal, like
Gotta
it's a
be
good
double
deal. So
I
to me,
guarantee you, if this
Too
comes from the
sweet.
therapy lounge, one of them is double oaked.
I'm not sure I'd even put number 2 in eggnog.
Which I've
Eh.
never had.
Eggnog.
the smell on this is way better than the taste.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say that.
You smell
It
it?
smells very fruity. I got like blackberry, the smell is way better than the taste.
It is fruity.
Smell that one, babe.
The smell is very fruity. The taste is a major fucking
You
letdown.
taste it too. It's really sweet.
Hey, at least he's honest.
Sounds like my ex-girlfriend.
Well, I feel like we should all do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
to me,
Feels
it's
good
just a
in the
major.
mouth, doesn't taste as well.
The nose smelled very good, and the taste was just a major letdown. I was expecting something
Talk to
completely
me,
different.
Larry. What do you feel? Are your loins tingling?
Oh,
Okay,
not good.
I like the sound.
You know,
The loins.
it's,
He's going
He's
for
gonna
seconds
get that.
here. Come on.
He's gonna get the COVID cough
it
going
doesn't
here.
really
Hey,
reach my
Relax to
testicles.
the China.
I've
So
done
it didn't
that
make its
China
way
food.
to the loins.
The loins, but not my testicles.
Yeah.
And
Hey, very
It's-
well.
you know,
It's not.
It
Come
does
off
have a good
short.
nose.
It does. It smells phenomenal.
you were looking for burn and gone. This one's burn and gone.
I didn't even get the burn. I got a great nose. The taste was just. I mean,
It
I
might be
can
an
smell
80.
anything in my carrot other than maple syrup.
I know. I'm rinsing mine out with some
Pancakes.
3/4.
yeah, you honestly you should.
The short stack right here.
Yeah, I feel like I just went to.
Oh God, smell
Steak-
this! I didn't
I
have
just
mine
saw
smell that.
Grammar.
Shit.
Could
I've
be.
just gone to the steak and shakes. Hey, this is not. We're in Indiana.
Hey,
not
I'm gonna grab this dog shit. Hey, that's the bourbon.
Hey, you know what? If you can just calm the fuck
Hey,
down. Calm your tits.
sure not,
I
I got clean.
I
I
would
would clean my
flame
shit
those
box
things.
out.
Okay, very well. We should
I
have,
don't.
like, you know,
Man,
we actually put the
I
bourbon
should have
in
rinsed.
coffee
You
beans,
that maple is
make
so
it glass,
overpowering.
pour water and something to spit into.
You can't smell anything
Feel
else.
the
if
On
you
the last
don't-
one.
You
Yeah.
didn't rinse?
I didn't
You
rinse.
didn't rinse?
No, I'm an amateur.
I'm telling you, dude. Get that shit.
Jordan,
Mine smells like an IPA now.
It smells wonderful, and there's nothing there.
It's not.
This
that.
is-
What if you just?
I think it's
Just-
crown.
That's 80 proof.
80 proof.
Oh.
It's lucky if it's 80 proof. I don't even know
That's
what
what I
a quart
thought.
my
Can
carrot
you-
Well, it has to be 80. Well,
I put
it
it
don't
on
have to
one
be
of
80,
them.
but
See, I had the courtesy of putting the sweet one last.
Is that allowed, or does it have to be strictly alcohol?
Yeah.
Alcohol.
I'm
I
not.
might have snuck
Yeah,
it in
it's
for
all
regular
good.
loins.
Okay.
I thought you meant to the
No, I'm
restaurant.
saying like, if you throw us a loop by like adding a little.
No.
Okay.
I'm getting nothing out of the raw dog.
Nothing.
The nose on that's great. You can't smell.
Very fruity.
No, the nose is wonderful. The palate is fucking
Non-existent.
It's just
I
like-
wouldn't say awful. It's just non-existent.
There's
It's
nothing
not
there. It's like drinking unsweet tea. It just.
Hey, that's why I drink it.
I do too.
This is
I
fruity
think,
and floral.
you should put an asterisk. It says sinus surgery.
So,
Yeah, that's
Because,
true.
I mean, you're smelling.
Oh, here we go. We're proofing
Hydrometer out.
Science, bitch.
no problem.
That's exactly right.
That's Thayer says that all the time. That's Thayer's tagline. Science, bitch.
That's exactly right.
That is, to me, that is the hottest one so far.
Not even fucking close.
I don't
get-
disagree
I get-
with that.
Number
but-
one's hottest.
It goes away.
I think
So
number
it's,
one's the
what
hottest.
is that?
Oh yeah, I actually do have number one as the hottest. I think number one is Blanton's. I think it's 94 proof, and I think that, or maybe 96 proof.
Oh, heaven.
Number one is 94 to 98 proof.
I have like a log
So this is a proofing hydrometer.
That's because
There's a
you-
little bit of like
It
caramel
will
candy.
tell you the
it's like
percentage
sugar-
alcohol
like a burnt
or
sugar.
the proof
that's
of the
because
liquor
you get the previous
at
one.
60
No, I
degrees.
mixed it up.
Being that I brought it,
I have
I
to
can
ask.
check.
But I'm getting
Why
a
do
little
I
bit
have
like
it?
No,
caramelized sugar.
Don't ask.
When you top, now when you drink it out,
like-
it's gonna go.
Pass it around. I haven't had it yet.
Okay, hold on.
You're not missing a whole lot.
But the nose here is very exquisite. I would
It is.
compare it to like
I'm
a,
still getting my
Fruity, floral.
Yeah, you're
no,
still getting.
like you're making caramel in a hot pot. Caramel, maybe a creme brulee.
I love it. I love to hear your expressions.
I do too.
I looked at that too. I wondered.
He said that without even
Even
peeking
like,
at the sheet.
Yeah.
Staining your
Take it
house.
earthy.
What? Black walnuts.
Oh,
You still doing walnuts?
Full of
That
black
earthy
walnuts.
Ramsey
like
collects
mushroomy, earthy smell. You know
Is that
that?
the guy over there by here?
And oak char.
Ramsey to town.
A little bit of caramel.
We got $120 off of our walnuts. That was only one trailer.
Maybe. I don't get grassy.
And there's still a shitload
No,
on the tree.
there's no grassy on it. It's got a great nose, but
I
man,
had
it's
about
just,
150 pounds. Let's see the hydrometer work.
There is no
Get you one of
taste.
those
No,
grandpa's
it's
goodies.
just
Matt.
Goody
I'm
getters.
with Matt.
I want to see the hydrometer work. So explain this instrument.
Okay, so this is
One word, density.
Yep. So this measures the density of this liquid based on water. So you spin it to get the air bubbles off, and so it's not stuck to the side. And you read the gauge. So I'm saying this is a 90 proof, pretty much titties on 90 proof.
Titties on.
Titties.
Might be 89 point something or 91 point something.
I know what the proof is,
Okay.
and it's dead on.
Yeah.
I would like to see.
I called it 86.
I want to see you do the other two.
Do what?
Read the
Okay.
other two.
Is this
Now-
number three?
Now,
Is this,
number two
yeah.
may show different because the
Dude.
sugar content may
I wouldn't do
make
this.
this
I
more
wouldn't-
or less
I wouldn't
buoyant.
do number two.
Maybe a little bit off.
This tastes
Why?
sucks. It tastes like stale
Why does
water.
why does the
water
sugar
bottle.
have a false
There's a
rating?
little bit of
Because
like
it
cigarette.
increases the
tastes like
buoyancy
a
of
cigarette.
Like someone put a
and
cigarette out
stale
there.
water.
So like you
Water
can,
bottle.
you can float in
like
a,
stale
you
water
can
and
float in
cigarette.
something
But
that's
the
in
nose is all
use
to die for.
but you can't float
It's
in
great.
fresh water. It's
What the
that,
hell's
that
going on here, dude?
That's
Now
why
you'll find
there's
out.
so many other. That's why there's so many bourbons.
Oh, it smells like a sweet candy, like caramel. When you taste it, it tastes like a cigarette butt.
Yes.
Put it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do number one. I want to see if I'm close on
all right, give me number two.
Yours,
Number-
Now,
there's
number
number
one
one
first, 'cause
identical
number two has
size.
the sugar.
Really?
It does.
No, baby's got the sugars.
What he
Number
just
one's
said.
94 to 96
I
proof.
got 92. I wrote down 92.
I said 86.
Wait, what is number one?
I don't know yet.
We don't know yet, but
What's
we're
number
testing.
two?
As soon as it floats, we'll know
I
something.
said 2 was 90 proof.
Now we gotta spin it.
Doodles off.
I said 92.
So you're sitting at 40. It's a 90 proof.
That was close.
It's like titties on 90 proof.
It's 90 proof.
On the
It's
number,
90 proof.
on number one?
Toby ain't gonna bring anything over 100. He ain't like Jordan and I.
What was three?
Sides and lines.
You missed it, Mark. No.
I was here
He
when you
did.
brought
Yeah.
the 130s.
Well, yeah, and you said, well, knowing Jordan is probably 120 proof and 120 years old.
I was.
It was Matt. It was Matt that was gone.
And hand me number two. Here's the cap for that one.
I'm gonna say number two's 80 proof.
I put 60.
It ain't 60, it's 80.
I put
Number
60.
2, I put 84.
I put 60.
84.
But it doesn't even have to be 80 if it's got.
Doesn't have
If it's
to
got
be.
the sugar in there, we
Yeah.
don't know.
Baby's got the
It's off the
sugars.
bottle.
So sugar makes.
It's got the diabetes.
It's got the beat.
Sugar makes
Isn't that
it.
My mama got the beatus.
Mama's got the beat.
She's floating high.
There ain't even any bubbles in it.
Jesus. Does it have alcohol?
It's a 40 proof, babe.
Oh, that's not right.
That ain't right.
No.
Well, that's the sugar.
Baby's got
Sugar's
the
going to
sugar.
increase.
But that goes to show you
Sugar
can't
increases
get an
density,
accurate
though.
when there's additives to the
Right.
bourbon. You can't get an
You can't
accurate
get an
proof.
accurate-
So pull that out and put it back in.
Here's a question.
Oh, that's what she said.
That's what she
Yeah.
Dude, I got 40
What
proof.
about that?
Hey, so
40?
That ain't
40.
said. It ain't.
No.
so does this only
That's-
work on whiskeys and bourbon? So rum, you would never get an accurate number.
Fucking go get one, bruh.
Depends on the sugar
I'm,
content.
I don't want rum.
I'm showing 35 proof on that bitch.
No.
That's negative,
That's
Gus.
right.
Right?
It's the sugar.
So-
It's
so
the
it-
additives.
it's
sugar.
Can we all agree on
It's
that?
a
Sugar
dissolved,
makes liquid more
yes.
dense.
Yes, it's
Yes.
a dissolved
Hey,
sugar. in
you
the
put
liquid.
beet
Okay.
juice in your
Yeah.
tractor tires, do you not? Right? Beet juice in your tractor tires weighs 1.5 times the weight of water, right? No, it's
You can
1.9
go up-
times the weight of water because it's
If
saturated
you boil
with
it, you can
sugars.
go up to 4 times.
Okay.
Here we go.
See what it
This
is.
is what I love
Oh,
downstairs.
Oh, it's
Like
tied
that's-
up.
He's
like-
not.
Oh,
Does,
plantation.
DT will not settle at beet
So,
juice. He will say
this is a
boiled
known
beet juice,
proof.
motherfucker.
No.
This is 80
That's why we
proof,
love
40% alcohol by volume.
So
You better
by,
rinse that out.
by the bottle, what's printed on all three of the
Hey,
bottles I
you better
brought?
rinse that
All
first, or
three.
you're gonna
It,
ruin
Yeah.
the rum.
it'll be
All
alright with the
Okay.
residual.
90
It
proof.
shouldn't affect it a whole lot.
Even number 2, I thought
Oh,
number
God.
2 was only 80.
No,
Great.
90.
It's 90.
Shake them bubbles.
Look at that. It took a lot to get her to go.
I've been there before.
Yeah,
Do the work, Cody.
So I'm at 85 proof.
Sometimes it takes a little longer to
80.
start the motor.
I'm at 80 proof with that dude, which is
Hold up. Hold up.
40% alcohol.
80, yeah.
Which is 80 proof.
40% alcohol is
There
80
you go.
proof.
I had to check this thing real quick.
Check that. buddy.
So this is
Hey,
the
you're at
percentage.
60% alcohol.
That's the
Look at it.
percentage. So look, you
Okay,
spin
hold
it,
up.
Oh, yeah.
and we're at right there.
What's
You're
that?
I got
5%.
35%,
They're all
and
90.
70.
You're all 90?
Yep, they're all three
This is
nice.
also
So, that's
calibrated
really
for-
good.
I'm really
this is also
sad about
calibrated
number
for
3.
60
I thought number
degrees.
3 was 100.
No, I thought number 3 was 80.
I had 80.
Me too, yeah.
I did too.
Number-
Okay,
I thought it was.
so
I had 80.
hydrometer or not, let's just do it.
Let's do it.
Can I
Look
pull
at-
them
look
out,
at the business.
even though they're
Yeah.
yours?
So
Toby, take the
You
floor.
want to do our orders
okay.
first?
Oh,
Sam,
sorry.
Sam, what's that?
Our
Take the
orders
floor.
first?
Yeah.
Yep. Do your orders
So-
and any guesses. Orders and
Fair.
any guesses. Go
Fair,
ahead.
Go ahead and start, man.
I'm going in the order that they were served to me.
Me too.
1, 2, and 3.
That's
I'm with
correct.
you. And the only reason
I'm
I
at-
picked number 2 second is because I know it's not a fucking burger.
It's not. I know. I'll go ahead. I'm going to reach for number 2 because I know it's Knob Creek
Number 2,
maple
number
syrup.
2
I got-
maple syrup.
Or smoke maple,
Smoke
yeah.
maple.
Number,
So this is actually number 2. I'm throwing the video
that was
off.
my number 3.
Yep.
Hey, you're
Which
fucking with
makes
me,
it
Hold on here.
easy.
So now,
Number 3.
I
let
know.
everybody kind of pick what
Me
they.
too.
That's messing me up, man. Don't give me the answers.
What? Oh,
I want
sorry.
to be told I'm wrong. I want to
We
get
give
kicked
you
in
the
nuts
answers
here.
to the test.
Oh no, you've already submitted your.
All right.
No, but two is my favorite. I'm not gonna.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
That's it.
Two is downright delicious.
So
And
two.
that's
didn't
a bottle
like it.
you can find anywhere for $40.
Yep. So number
Really?
2 is
Yep.
also my favorite. It comes on sweet, but it ends with a little bit of heat. Not a lot of heat, but just enough.
What's
You
the
can
proof on that?
90. They're all 90.
They're
All
all
3 are
90.
90.
Oh, 90.
All 3 are
What is it,
90.
Knob Creek smoke.
Yep.
maple?
Smoked maple. This is. I got this at 57 Liquors in Odin, Indiana.
Odin, Indiana, babe.
I
Hell of a
appreciate-
selection.
I appreciate their selection for such a small town.
Right outside of Crane.
Rock
Right outside of
Give,
Crane.
give a shout out to the old meat locker.
All
Oh,
right.
meat locker,
Oh,
right across
yeah,
the road.
yeah.
I had,
Right
I had
across the
some
road.
turkey
yes.
tenders last
Turkey
week.
tenders,
So
yes.
the only thing that I could
How did you
do
propose
was
that?
rank, and I still
Actually
rank
smoked
Knob
and-
Creek Maple,
Yeah.
smoked maple as my number
Wow.
1.
Okay, that was my number 2.
Number two is my number one.
Number
Go
one
ahead.
was-
Go ahead all the way around. Do you have any guesses?
I had that it was 92 proof, and I thought it was Elijah Craig, but that's
Elijah Craig?
Elijah
Which one?
number 1.
DT, Larry Legend.
Larceny.
I threw out
number one.
I thought it was
Evan
94.
Williams double barrel
90?
smoke.
I thought it was 94.
What we got here?
Okay,
What
so
we're working with.
let's just go ahead and go back down the rabbit hole of one of these was not a bourbon.
Is this not the bourbon?
Whoa!
I thought number 2 was the
Well, number 2 is technically not
It's
Number
bourbon.
2 is technically
Number
not bourbon.
2 is a bourbon.
It says
It's a
bourbon.
bourbon with
Great
flavors.
bourbon
No, it's a
whiskey.
flavored
It's a
bourbon.
It's a
so
flavored
It's not a
bourbon.
This
bourbon.
is a bourbon.
No, it's
That's
not.
damn near a liqueur.
Hey, so a
That's damn
bourbon-
near a liqueur.
So to clarify, a bourbon cannot have any flavoring added
No,
to it.
it's not a
The
bourbon.
only
that has-
addition, the only addition.
It's bourbon with natural flavors. That's how they get around
The
it.
only
It is not a
addition
bourbon.
to bourbon, the only thing you can add to
Why
a
do they
bourbon
even
is
say
water.
bourbon on it?
They can say bourbon, but the way they get around it is with natural flavors. They add the sugar, they add the flavors. It can. That's not a bourbon.
No evidence.
It is not a
That's
straight.
no
It's
real
on an
bourbon
ingredient
that I am
list.
aware of.
Right. That's no different than the St. Elmo's. Remember the St. Elmo's we had the big discussion about? Same exact thing.
So that is a flavored bourbon.
I switched.
So it was a bourbon, but it's not a bourbon now.
Right. It came out of the barrel as a bourbon, but then they added shit to it, so it's
Yeah,
not a bourbon.
that was a sweet.
You can't add anything to a bourbon but water.
I'm gonna go.
There you go. Everybody
See
knows.
if our flavor is just a hype.
I think it's high.
So
There
the
you go.
bourbon
Number
threw
2.
me off on the bottle.
What's number 2?
Because it was flavored.
Number 1,
There
number
you go.
2, number 2 is this.
That's number 2.
That's number 2.
What's number 1?
The old smoke.
Number 1 is before all that discussion,
Right.
not the bourbon.
So he brought 2 non-bourbons. Bullet
That's a
Rye,
rye.
95.
Rye.
That is a rye.
You know what?
And that was number 1?
If there's
That's
a
number
rye,
one.
if there's a rye, I'm picking it. Number one.
Yeah,
That was
90.
Rye.
that's
from
just
95.
bullet rye. That's just the number 95 rye.
And I enjoy Bullet Rye. I've got it on my shelf. It's great.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
do. I do.
I like rye.
That's a 90 proof.
90 proof. They're
That
all
was
three
number
90.
one.
One of the reasons I like fry.
Bullet.
Just the spice, the hit.
The nose, the.
What was the other
smoothness.
thing I said?
Rise
Does
or
anybody remember?
Yes.
Non-Midwestern.
Yes.
You did. You said
And all I can
non-Midwestern.
think about
This
was Doug Thayer's Iowa.
Bowman Brothers number 3
Oh.
was distilled in Virginia.
Give it up for Virginia.
Way to go,
Give
Virginia.
it up.
Somebody let Virginia know she's doing all right.
So I love the aroma on that, but it
No,
fell,
that
it
thing
fell
just
short
fell
on
flat.
the
Fell
fall.
flat.
Yeah.
That was a sweet
And that was
miss right
number
there,
3?
bud.
Yeah.
The nose,
Didn't John Denver
I would
sing
pay
a
for the
song about
nose,
West Virginia?
but
No.
the taste was fucking
So-
terrible.
So that was the
Yes.
bourbon gone.
They had
Country
cigarette butt
roads,
with stale
country
water.
home.
It was awful.
West
But
That
the
was
nose, I could
Mountain
see it's
Mama.
like coffee. Good coffee beans.
We
I
have
could
their,
smell them all day, but I
Mountain
can't
Mama?
taste them.
There
Raw.
you
Take
go.
me home.
Okay.
Country road.
Doug
There you
Thayer.
go.
That's exactly right. See?
1, 2, 3. What was your order?
My favorite was number 1.
Okay.
My second favorite was number 3. My least favorite was
Really?
number 2.
I agree.
You were the opposite.
I agree.
Mine was completely the same. Larry?
1, 2,
Number
3.
2 was my favorite.
Number 2 is delicious.
Number 2 is damn delicious.
Okay.
Love it.
Go ahead. Your number.
Number,
Number 2.
number 1 was the second favorite. Number 3 was third.
Wait, just start at the beginning. Which was your favorite?
Number 2.
Number 2.
He went 2,
Number
1,
two.
3.
2, 1, 3.
The
So
sweet
2,
one.
1, 3.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're 2, 1, 3. Larry.
Yep. Yep. He's 2, 1,
Who's
3.
next?
Exactly.
Toby?
He
I'm
likes
2, 1,
the
3
hummingbird.
right there with Larry Legend. 2, 1, 3.
Who's next? You?
My favorite was number 1, but no surprise. I like a
Even
rye.
Yeah.
Yep. Number 2,
I'm
the only
same
reason
dude.
I picked number 2
Why do you
is
like number 2 so much?
I like number 2, just the flavor and the finish of it is phenomenal.
It's
so
so
different.
He's a
It's
judge.
It's completely different. But I knew I had inside information. I knew that was
Oh.
Inside
Oh,
trading.
shit.
You're out
weeks ago, and as soon as I smelled it, I was like,
Yeah, you can't not.
You cannot.
There's nothing else that smells like
If
it.
you like pancakes, you'll like
I didn't like it.
If you like
Jordan's
pancakes,
had it before.
I've had it.
I love
I've never
maple.
had
at my place, but you'd never.
I've never had it, but
I was
as
like,
soon
I
as
knew
you
it was
smell
good.
it,
I was
yeah.
like,
I love maple right out of the
Number
fridge.
two is.
But I did not
it's
like that.
fun. It's different. It's not a traditional bourbon, but it's got bourbon in it, and you know, honestly, I want to put that in a coffee with some other stuff.
Yeah, you could.
I think that'd be phenomenal.
Like in place of a bourbon cream, you
In
could use
place
it.
of, well, I would use that with a bourbon cream or with a rum cream.
Yeah. Yeah,
Not
it's great.
not to tout, you know, hard truth, but hard truth's got a toasted coconut or toasted coconut cream, and it is killer in that. That would be just next level.
So for
So,
me,
come on, Matt.
okay, Matt.
I would to the proprietor of the proprietor of this
I can
establishment.
Pressure's on the
Really
problem.
nothing.
He can smell. No.
So I was number one. Was my number one.
Okay.
Number two was my number three, and number three was number two.
I concur.
Really?
You didn't like the
You're an
sweet?
outlier, bud.
No,
Talk to me.
I like the sweet, but
You're an
I'm
outlier.
not going to say I'm a purist, but to me there was way too much pancake.
Yeah.
I got pancake.
There is.
Which it might make a good roadie. It might make a phenomenal old fashioned.
I think it'd make it cool old fashioned.
I think it would too.
But
But it was my third.
It's steak and number
But
two
it's-
is steak and shake at 2 a.m. after you've
It's
had too
so
much to drink.
different.
and
That's
then
why I
steak.
brought it.
Yes,
Pancakes and
and
some brownie
I,
syrup.
like
That's
I thought it was
exactly
either
right.
Crown or Jim Beam, maybe.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved hearing the conversation.
This is way better than way better than Crown Maple. I can tell you that 100% way
Oh, yeah.
better than
Oh,
Crown
yeah.
Maple.
I was way
It's got
off
that heat
on
on
the
it.
It's got a little
proofs.
bit of kick.
It went not horribly. The first one I thought was 86. The second one I thought was 80, and the last one I thought was 100.
Yeah, Jordan brings the heat, I bring the knives.
I had the maple guess at 60.
I did too.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I would definitely number one and number three. I'm making a roadie with it.
Yeah.
My Diet Coke.
Number two, I ain't touching it.
No. I
That's
don't
not
like number
surprising
two.
from you. Though.
I don't think I
I'm
was
not
It's too,
shocked.
it's too sweet.
See my shock face?
Too sweet on the
Yeah,
front.
I do.
This is normal
It's
face.
the same one I said. This shot is horrible.
But now, yeah, great lineup.
Awesome.
It's so different.
No, good
Sam?
job.
It's
What
all,
do you got?
yeah, thank you,
Good
thank you.
Okay,
thank
so
you.
my number one is definitely a number two. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
pancakes, I like waffles, I like, log cabins, breakfast. I'm a big breakfast guy. My favorite meal of the day is breakfast. I want to have pancakes, I want to have brown and served sausages and bacon,
Biscuits and gravy.
bury it in syrup.
Well, yeah,
I
then
mean-
this is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
then.
I gotta put a plug in
He's
for
going
Groundhog
back.
Farms
Yeah.
out in Heltonville.
Heltonville, yeah, I know
Yeah.
all the Millers.
Do you go out to Miller's?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Matt
They
Miller.
consider me family.
Yeah.
I buy about 20 gallons of syrup a year.
Yep.
at least.
Yeah.
They do a good
So
job.
I'm
I-
really interested to know what your number two is.
Number one, definitely. I can't get past number two. Tastes delicious. Do they actually put maple syrup in it, or is it just?
I would say
I
they,
think they would have
they
to.
would have to.
They would have to put.
Or it's
smoked
probably
maple-
aged in a maple syrup barrel.
A purist
Cupers
could
does
argue-
one
Cupers
aged in a
does
maple
one like
syrup
that.
barrel.
Yeah.
A
Which I'm
purist would
interested
definitely
in.
argue that it's got too much sweetness.
Yeah.
I'm probably being
absolutely.
like a girl right now drinking the sweet wines.
That's okay.
I love the number two.
That's why we like having other
Number
people. Like
one.
we love hearing what people
Number
think.
one, it's nice. It's smoky. It's minerally. It's got a nice mineral, earthy nose. A little bit of limestone, in it, but finishes smooth. I'd say I thought it was 90. I thought it was 80 proof, or 80 proof, 40%.
That smoothness
Clearly, I was
from the
wrong. It's
rye.
90.
That smoothness from the rye will get you.
My third pick would be number three.
Okay.
The nose was to die for,
Yeah.
but the taste.
It just lets you
Tasted like
feel
a
it.
cigarette butt.
Like
It
it.
did.
Burn
It
down.
tasted like stale water with
And that was
cigarette
the
butt in it.
most expensive bottle.
But here's the thing, it wasn't
By
bad.
Was it number
What was three?
or number two?
Number three was about a $50.
That was the bum one, right?
We've
Yeah,
got a little
well,
bit wrong.
And it wasn't bad, but I would just say it was like an ashy water. The taste.
Yeah.
But
Ashy
the nose
water
was
is a
so
good
good.
description.
It's on
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, it is. In fact, that's what
Yeah,
I
so I
had.
have to go 2, 1, 3.
And And Ahmed, so my number one was number one. It had the nose and it had the follow through with the taste. I'm not a sweet guy. I love a sweet hint of bourbon, but I don't like that syrupy sweet
Like
taste. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Holy shit! I'm gonna have to take an insulin shot. I don't want that.
That's number 2.
Yeah. So
Yeah, sure.
exactly.
Number two, give me
So I
the
had number one as number one because it also had the finish, the taste. The smell matched a whole lot with the taste.
Yeah.
Number 3 was my number 2 because of the sweetness of number 2. But my number 3, it had a great nose. It smelled great. It led you up to, like this awesomeness, and then when you take a drink of it, it was like, there's nothing there.
So, let down.
Number 2, that was my last one. It was way sweet on the nose, way sweet on the palate. And yes, these guys, I do like these sweet smelling bourbons. I do like the caramel hints, but this was just too much.
Over the top.
Yes, it was like
syrupy.
oh, daggone.
And it's also
Yeah.
because it's a syrup
It is.
probably
it is.
mixed
It
with
is.
a bourbon. So,
So-
I mean, it'd be rightfully
So I had 1, 3, 2 on my lineup.
That's what I had.
I went 1, 2, 3, the same that they were presented.
Wait, just 1, 2,
Right.
3.
1, yeah. And three was 3 because of the palate. 2 I knew exactly what it was from the time I popped the cork. I
How
knew
did you know that?
I've had it at Toby's before, so I smelled. I knew as soon. You don't smell something like this without it being this.
Right.
Like generally.
You're gonna smell it again and go,
So it's
oh,
Yeah,
I know what that is.
I was
It's a
giving him
memory,
the stink
it's a
eye.
memory.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
Don't give it
but
away, dude.
I still preferred 2, even though I'm not a sweets guy. I don't eat sweets. I'm not saying I don't. I don't appreciate a sweet nose on bourbon because I do, and I even appreciate a sweet taste on bourbon. But I'm with Cody being that's like a little too much. But still, I enjoy it better than 3 because 3 was just so bland.
Right.
Now-
3 is a letdown.
Now, if
is.
three's palate would have lived up to 3's nose, it probably would have been number 1.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
But that's why I brought number 3 is because I knew nobody had probably
It
had
just wasn't there. Like it didn't
We've
have
had
all the.
We've had the Bowman rum, but not the bourbon.
So
Yeah.
for me, it was 1, 2, 3, just like they were presented. But number 2, I like. It's similar to like a Mike's Hard Lemonade. I'll drink one. Like I would drink a shot of this, or I wouldn't take a shot of it, but I would sip some of this, or I would put it in a roadie. I'm not gonna drink that all night, just like I'm not gonna drink Mike's Hard Lemonade all night. Like I'm gonna want PBR. Like I'll drink one Mike's Hard Lemonade
Too
until you
sweet.
get the PBR cold.
Too sweet.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. So,
like
Make it sick.
but it still, it was 1, 2, 3, just like they were presented to me for this lineup.
Cool.
perfect.
Phenomenal
Thank
lineup.
you.
Thank
Capping the video right there. Thank you guys.
you.
Thank you, Toby.
Toby.
Yep.
So, next week is Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Probably won't be putting out a video.
Yeah. So it'll be,
So Thanksgiving's
Yeah.
actually on Thursday? Babe, I'll be
as it
here.
was last year, or the year before.
I'll be here.
Usually, yeah, kind of-
Babe, I will be here. I'll be here on Thursday. I'm gonna put this out there.
Hell
Thursday
no.
night, I will be here on the sidewalk. If anyone wants to have a bourbon video, I will be here.
I'll be here.
I'll be
Who's
here.
providing?
Me and Toby will be here on Thursday night
We've
on
been
the
shooting
sidewalk.
from the bourbon bunker.
Yeah.
Oh! Here we go.
I'm in.
Location
We're all in.
change. Location
It
change.
just, it just happened. That just happened.
It sounds like,
That just
hey,
fucking happened.
we may not have a group, we may not have a huge group, but sounds like we may shoot something on Thanksgiving.
We will have something Thanksgiving night.
And it may not be professionally recorded.
It might be on an iPhone.
It may
We're gonna
be-
have something.
It may be on the first iPad from 08, but we will have something.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank
We'll see you
you.
next week.
Big easy fingers.
We're out.